Brian Hamilton. I'm a wildlife biologist here at Great Basin National Park. I've been here since 1999.
Great. So Brian, you've got a unique specialty here, and one of the species that you study, you told me earlier it's been kind of like a boyhood fascination from early on. Would you maybe just recount that story? Maybe tell me about the fact that it's rattlesnakes.
Yeah, I work with Great Basin rattlesnakes here in the park, in Great Basin National Park, and I've been interested in them since I was in high school. When I was a little bit younger, maybe 10 or 12, I really wanted to work with grizzly bears or tigers, and I saw a National Geographic article that had timber rattlesnakes in it, and that really got my attention because we had timber rattlesnakes in that part of Ohio I grew up in. And it let me realize I didn't need to go to another continent to work with really cool animals. Yeah, it wasn't. In fact, there are still things called rattlesnake roundups that are sort of designed to eliminate or reduce the risk that rattlesnakes pose to people. Although, as I said, rattlesnakes really don't pose much risk if you just pay attention and leave them alone. So one reason, we've been pretty effective at eliminating rattlesnakes from large areas of this country, and that's not good for a few things. One reason is rattlesnakes are kind of indicators of ecosystem health. So they're kind of an intermediate predator, and they feed on these rodents, these smaller animals, and they also provide prey to these bigger animals like hawks, badgers, and other things. So they're an important link in the ecosystem. They also provide a lot of services in terms of rodent control. They feed on, for example, this site we're at, there's probably 75 rattlesnakes that use this. And those snakes are each eating 10 to 20 mice a year, and that adds up pretty quick. Mice are vectors for some diseases like hantavirus. In the east, Lyme disease gets transmitted via mice and ticks. And we think that rattlesnakes probably have an important role in controlling that, not only the rodent populations, but also mitigating that disease that can then jump over to humans.
It's going to be a little bit more here-ish. If she spots you, I think she'll focus in on you. Probably. Yeah, definitely. Need to pull her back? Sure, if you don't mind, just maybe one more time. Don't want to abuse her privilege too much.
Yeah.